Welcome to Tech Tuesday. My name is Abbie Richie. I'm so glad that you're here. We're going to do something a little bit different. And before we dive into the show and get on the floor, let's go ahead and run the intro. Welcome back to Tech Tuesday. My name is Abbie Richie. You can find me here every Tuesday talking with people who are engaged in age tech. Today, we're doing something just a little bit different because one of our very own, Leigh Ann Hubbard, is on the floor at the Dining Association Synergy Conference in Houston, Texas. And so welcome, Leigh Ann. It's great to see you.
Oh my gosh, it's great to see you. It's been a great conference so far, and there's so much tech here to show off and talk about.
I know, a lot of times when you think about dining, you don't necessarily think about tech, but in the past year, I've had several guests on who have featured dining within the technology space. We've talked about robots, we've talked about point of sale systems, and so there's a lot to talk about. And so first, I want to ask you, Leigh Ann, is this your first time at this conference?
Sorry, I'm adjusting my arms here. Yeah, this is my first time at the conference, and I wasn't sure what to expect either.
Mhm.
And once I got here and I'm looking around at the expo floor, there's just so many options here, and there is a lot of talk. There has been a lot of talk about tech and what people want from it, and whether we're behind in it, and all those sorts of things.
So tell us, let's dive right into it. Let's get started. Let's dive right into it. What's
All
the
right.
first piece you want to talk about today?
All right, what we're going to do is we're going to hop through half the expo. We're going to see how far we can get and go to various booths and do a lightning round for each one, show off some of the variety of tech here. There's no way we can cover all the tech, but we're going to get to a bunch of different options. I'm going to flip my camera around so that you can see where we're going. Try not to put my hand in front of it. We're going to come right over here, first of all, to hi there. Hello, Restaurant Technologies. Hi, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Okay, so Restaurant Technologies, you do something different that a lot of people, when they think of tech, they think of computers and things like that. You actually have to do with cooking oil and cleaning up your cooking oil in a different way. Can you tell me what you do?
Cooking oil automation. So we've modernized the regular oil process. So typically the process of buying cooking oil in jugs, the manual filtering process, and taking out to a rendering tank, we've automated and changed the technology of that to where we deliver oil in bulk, tie it directly to the fryers with the flip of a switch. The customer can get oil pumped directly to their fryers. We automatically filter it, and then when the life of the oil is expired, another flip of a switch, it gets pumped to a waste tank. Our trucks pull up, direct connect to the side of the building, fill up with new fresh oil, remove the waste oil, and then we convert that waste oil to biodiesel that's used in airplanes and trucks around the country. And then that waste oil that's pulled, which is worth a lot of money, we split that revenue share with our customers.
Wow, that's so innovative, because there's so much talk. There's been a lot of talk here at the conference about sustainability and those types of things. So this helps with that, and also helps. You said normally the people are having to tote out the oil themselves to these bins in the parking lot, and yeah,
it's a dangerous job. So right now the employees in the kitchen are toting out hot vats of oil, rolling it out on a cart to the rendering tank outside. If you've seen the nasty rendering tanks, they're gross, they're dirty, rats walking around them. So that rendering tank is gone for good. That's no longer, and we have a clean, safe system. And then also from a sustainability standpoint, right now restaurants are buying those 35-pound jugs of oil that are made with a heavy-duty polypropylene plastic. They're never buying a jug of oil again. The cardboard that goes around those jugs, we're never buying that again. So there's a big sustainability impact as well.
Very cool. Thank you so much. This is very interesting tech. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Abbie. So that's our first interesting kind of tech here. I'm going to bring you around
Leigh Ann,
the corner.
Leigh Ann,
Yeah.
I'm really glad to know that this type of innovation is occurring. Obviously, we don't think about that necessarily in senior living, but I'm thrilled to know that the reuse, recycle, just that innovation in itself is so necessary. So awesome. Well done.
Yeah.
What are we going to look at next?
Well, Abbie, we've got a robot. We've got one of the biggest topics in senior living right now. A robot for dining. And here it is. Ta-da-da-da. This is Rich Tech Robotics. And what they do is, as you can see, the robot delivers food. It's kind of like a runner, is my understanding of the robot for the way a lot of people are using it. But we're going to talk to Andy here, who's going to share us about some things to look for when you are shopping for a robot. So if you're interested in getting one of these things, hey, Andy.
How are you?
Hey, thanks for joining us.
Sure.
Okay, you were telling me yesterday an interesting thing that people may not think about when they're shopping. Oh, that thing moved. And wait, can you make it move around?
Sure. It's actually moving around right now.
Oh, it's following me. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's cool. So when people are shopping around for one of these robots, what's something that they don't often think about?
So I think the things to think about when you're shopping for a food running robot is that they do look very similar. There are plenty of options on the market, but what you should always think about is to talk to your vendor about looking under the hood. So if you think about cars or minivans or anything, there's a lot that look alike, but there are different price points, there are different levels of what they can do.
Yeah.
So our robot, as you can see, it's got very large capacity. It also never gets lost, so it can navigate thresholds. It can do a lot of things that others can't. I would say just investigate and ask a lot of questions when you're looking at food running robots.
I was talking to somebody yesterday who has a robot in their community, and they were finding that it wasn't one of these. It was a different brand, and they were finding that it could not navigate their terrain. So it was tipping things over, food over into the floor, and now they're having to invest quite a bit into redoing their terrain for their robot. So how does this work with terrain?
So anything that's ADA compliant, our robot can handle. Another thing that we do, and again, this is our company, we'll do a lot of process engineering up front. So I don't want to send a robot to any community where it's going to be set back or it's going to have problems. So we do a lot of due diligence up front. We do some on-site or video walkthroughs of the property to make sure that it's going to be a good fit for the community before we send it out.
Smart.
Yep.
Okay, Abbie, there's your robot.
Yeah, I have a couple questions if you're able to relay them or not.
Yeah, absolutely. She has a couple questions.
Oh, sure.
How is it controlled?
How is it controlled?
So it's super simple. We have an easy to use interface. You really just push a couple of buttons. We come to the site and do all the mapping and programming. So we ask where tables might be moved, if you have different zones, or if you strictly want things moved from kitchen to table.
Yeah.
We map the whole area for you so that literally there are two buttons to push to operate it. One is to go to the table, and the other one to push is to return to the starting point.
And the buttons are right here on this screen.
On the screen right here. So if you wanted to go to table 1, you would tap to add this and then hit deliver fast, and then off it would go to table 1.
Very cool. Abbie, you got another question?
I sure do. So does it offer any disinfectant?
Does it offer any disinfectant? Elaborate, Abbie.
Some of these robots, they do deliver, but they also disinfect spaces.
To deliver, but they also disinfect. Oh, I was explaining what people are using the robots for earlier, and this one is, I think people are using it a lot as a runner, right?
This is food running and or busing. So you see on the bottom there's a bus bin.
Bus bin at the bottom.
So we have some customers across the country. Most of them are using it for running food from kitchen to table. Some are using it to take dishes back when you have larger dining rooms, or if you have party rooms, things like that. Maitre d' could be used to bus dishes back to the dish station.
Very cool. Thank you so much, Andy. Appreciate you showing it off. All right, we're gonna run down all the way down here. Rebecca's over here helping me. Rebecca, what's my? We've got touch point next. Yes. All right, we're gonna go. Hi. Hello, Senior Dining Association Expo.
Okay, Leigh Ann,
Yeah,
before you get too far away,
yeah,
I did notice that Blue Bunny was in the corner offering
yeah.
ice cream.
We
Has there
sure
been
are.
any innovation in ice cream lately?
Ooh, good question. Let's circle back around to them. I love that. And if not, it's a good opportunity to try some ice cream anyway. So thanks for that question.
Sure, sure.
All right, next up we have Touchpoint here, and Touchpoint is an interesting um, application because it allows you to get real-time feedback from your residents in dining or really anywhere you want to put it. You have this little kiosk here, and let's say, oh, I did not like my meal. Well, then we are very sorry, did not meet your expectations. And then it takes you through a little survey and finish. They also have a text option that you can go through. But we're going to talk to, hey there, how you doing? Hi. We're on with Abbie at Tech Tuesday at Senior Living Foresight, and we're talking about TouchWork. Now, TouchWork allows for real-time feedback, which is different from your quarterly surveys. Tell me about how this getting real-time feedback, as opposed to only doing quarterly surveys, can increase your satisfaction.
Right. The importance of that is really to find out what your customers, your residents, or your patients want to tell you every day in the moment. So make it easy for them to tell you what they like, dislike, report a problem they may be experiencing, or a good suggestion, or a shout out to a staff member. But make it really easy for them to actually give you that day-to-day feedback. And then really important is act on that feedback. Either address the problem they've reported, or communicate back with them, thank them for the feedback. So the whole area of service recovery and engagement with your customers in the moment is really important. And if you do that well, then when you do your quarterly surveys, your customers will have a far better perception of your organization, give you higher customer satisfaction scores, and obviously that drives your business, provides business success.
Awesome. So full circle there. Well, thank you very, very much. Thank you for showing off TouchWork.
Great,
I
thank
can
you.
tell, Leigh Ann, that he has a couple of different options there, which I really like to see. So not only is it something in the community, for instance, with this kiosk, but is it also something that someone can access on an app, so that if they wanted to have a little more anonymity, and or just like a little more privacy, they could do it from an app?
Okay. Abbie's asking, is there also an app option that they can use?
You can have an app as well, but the downside of an app is then the customer has to install it on their phone, and you already have all the apps. So you can do it through an app, but it's easy to do it either through text messaging, QR code, or even NFC tags, where you just hold your phone, tap your phone on a tag, and it opens up a web form, or a kiosk, a feedback kiosk. So there are many different channels, really depending what the customer prefers. And the best is to offer multiple channels, but again, must be quick, not long surveys, like quick, easy way to access the feedback form or the feedback channel, give you your quick feedback, and then move on with whatever you're doing.
And then you do have auditing to get the more in-depth look at what's going on.
Right, so that's the other side. If you really want to monitor what the customers experience, you need to really look at your internal processes as well that impact the customer experience. So really do regular audits on food safety, facility inspections, whatever could impact the customer experience, get data which could lead to maybe a staff issue, needs more training, or what the problems are from that perspective. So holistically, by combining audit data and voice of the customer data, you're really getting a lot of data to really get the overall value and insights into the customer experience.
Yeah, I think it's brilliant. I really do.
Thank you so much. All right, Abbie thinks it's brilliant. Thank you. All right, Abbie, how are we doing on time? I can't see time on my.
We're great. We're about midway.
Perfect.
I think that's such a great solution, because I know there are a lot of people at communities, they have opinions, but they don't necessarily want to say them face to face, right? And they might want to make their opinion known, but not be confrontational with anyone in particular. Or they don't want to wait another 3 weeks or whatever until they have the review. And so I think it's really important to be able to capture that type of data in the moment, and to be able to address it 100%. It's usually when you get it, it's usually too late to take care of it.
Oh yeah, great point. Or people don't even remember the specifics.
Mhm.
Well, here we're going to stop by a company called Rational, and they
Mhm.
have a really fun setup here, and we're going to get to do some taste testing. So, Rebecca, I'm going to get you to hold it while I taste test in a second. Yeah, really important stuff that we get to. Hi there. Hi.
How are you, Leigh Ann?
Good. I'm good. How are you
I'm
doing?
doing well, thank
Hey, we've got a mic here. I bet Abbie, can you hear okay on this?
I think
With
so,
the
yeah.
speaker. Okay, cool. Just let me go
Does the
through.
microphone cause any interference for you?
No.
A little higher.
Is it clear?
A little bit higher.
A
So
little bit higher.
let me just bring it closer
A
to
little
you.
bit closer.
How about that, Abbie?
Perfect.
Or I can
Okay,
take it
cool.
off for
We're
this
good.
section if that's
We're good.
easier.
I think we're good. I'll let you know if she says that.
All right. So,
So-
how do you want? You're going to interview me a little bit?
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, what I understand of this now, you tell me about this awesome product
So
here.
we have the iCombi Pro here. Rationale is the inventor of combi oven technology. What you have in a combi oven is basically three pieces of equipment in one. You can see here that you have steam, you have convection, and you have a combination of the two, steam and convected air. But Rationale being the inventor of combi oven technology, we've taken it upon ourselves to make combi oven cooking user-friendly. So this is the most versatile piece of equipment that you can find in the entire industry. This one piece of equipment can grill, it can bake, it can steam, it can fry, you can roast, you can proof, you can poach, you can cook overnight. You can cook sous vide, you can even dehydrate and braise with this piece of equipment. That's 11 different cooking methods from one piece of equipment. When we combine that combi oven with the iVario that you see over here, we've taken our cooking intelligence now to contact heat. So when you combine the combi oven and the iVario, which is a tilt skillet, the fastest tilt skillet in the industry, can cook 4 times faster than any tilt skillet and save up to 40% energy, right? Because of its speed and efficiency. When you combine these two cooking systems from Rationale and implement its intelligence, we can handle up to 90% of all cooking applications for a professional kitchen.
And what does that do? It can save. It can help. How can this help with the staffing issues?
With the staffing that you have now, it can help to assist because it has cooking intelligence built inside, right? We're going to be doing a katsu chicken sandwich next, which is getting ready to come out. We're just preparing it in the back. But what we're going to do to make our fried chicken thighs is we're simply going to come over here and we're going to select the icon for poultry. And then you can see that we'll dial down here until we find breaded, right? We have a breaded chicken thigh coming. Then it asks a couple of questions. It says, do you want to do it with the core temperature probe or without the core temperature probe? It's chicken. We want to cook it with the probe to make sure it gets to 165. Then it says, do you want that chicken to be light, medium, or dark in coloration? Well, depending on how you breaded it, you can decide, I want it to be medium golden brown or I want it to be a little bit darker. Once you make your settings here, you simply close the door. The unit then preheats. After it preheats, it'll then ask the operator to load. So it's getting ready for fried chicken. It knows that we want that chicken to be juicy on the inside and we want it to be crispy on the outside. So we're going to manage the climate throughout the entire process to make sure we have juicy and crispy chicken. Once the unit has preheated, you can see now that it asks me to load. And we're going to be inserting the core temperature probe. The probe is intelligent. It reads in 6 different places. So when we put the probe into the product there, it's going to figure out how big is the chicken. And then we'll figure out how much chicken are we cooking at one time so that the cook can now, or the chef can now close the door and they can simply walk away from it. The unit will manage the entire process and make any adjustments. Maybe it needs a little more temperature. Maybe it needs to extract a little more moisture based on the load size that you're cooking there. But it's all automatic because remember, all we said is we want it to be 165 degrees and medium in coloration.
Okay,
That's so cool.
we are going crazy over this, just so you know. We think that this is amazing, amazing. We all want to try this out. Do you have extras? Do you need people to try it?
See, Abbie wants a free sample of the machine.
We're both like, bring it.
We have over 100 demonstration locations across the United States.
There we go, Abbie.
So at any time, if you want to show right here, if you go to our website, see is believing, right? And we want to bring you to a demonstration what we call Rational Cooking Live. We have over 130 Rational certified chefs also across the United States that help support our customers when the equipment goes into a facility, when it goes into any installation. We send chefs in to work with the staff so that we can make sure that they're getting the greatest benefit from the equipment.
Okay, Abbie. Now I'm going to take you over here because I'm going to hand this to Rebecca. Hey, Rebecca. Thank you. Yeah, we're turn it around that way. There we go. Okay.
There we go.
We're going to do a taste test. Now I'm going to just,
Oh wait, I have one question. I have a question to ask the chef.
I'm standing here salivating, Abbie. Hurry up.
We are too. Is any of that voice operated?
Is any of it voice operated?
We don't have any voice operation, but you can customize the display, right? The picture that we showed there was the default screen. If you only have 8 menu items that need to be prepared in the unit, we can customize the display so there's only those 8 buttons. You can take a picture of the food that you want, right? Your finished product, you can take that picture and we can load it into the panel and you can customize your display so that your operator, your chef, your cook already has an idea of what that food's supposed to look like before they even start cooking it. So we can customize the panel to be specific to your operation or your menu.
Wow, cool. Okay, what have we got here? What have you?
So this is our tortellini. This is a shrimp and cheese tortellini. So if you look over here, we'll start over here on this end with a breakfast sandwich. So the detail that we have here is we made the tater tots. We were able to make the egg patty. We seared up the sausage and we can bake the croissant. That one piece of equipment, all the different components there come from that. But what makes this so versatile is that the same piece of equipment that made this dish, which has all those golden brown and delicious aspects to it, also steamed off the pasta. Right, so we can switch it to where we do the opposite end of the cooking spectrum to where we have the moistest environment now. We steam the tortellini, we steamed off the shrimp, we mix it with our little pesto sauce there, and we had a little julienne of carrot, and we were able to use the same piece of equipment that made golden brown and delicious to bring us moist and tender and juicy.
Okay, Abbie, I tried some chicken yesterday that they had fried, and I guarantee you it was crispy as heck. So today I'm going to try this tortellini, and let's see. Let's just test it. I'm real skeptical.
Yeah. Good.
That's delicious. I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
Good job. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
We talked for 1 second about cleaning. So
Yeah. Oh, cleaning. Yeah.
When it comes to helping out staff with shortages and assisting in the kitchen, the Iconic Pro will automatically clean itself as well. So all we're going to do is we're going to take some of our cleaning tablets. We're going to get the unit set to clean just by coming over here, and I would go to my eye care system, right? And here it's going to make a recommendation. If it's been a really busy day, maybe I'll recommend a strong clean. Doing a light day, maybe we'll recommend a short clean. But you simply follow the instructions, okay? We add our cleaning tablets in here, we add our care tablets in there, we shut the door, we go home, and the unit will automatically clean itself and descale itself after every day's use.
I want one for my kitchen.
Yeah, Rebecca says she wants one. All right, I'll take it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Rebecca. All right, Abbie, thank you so much.
Thank you, Leigh Ann.
I love it.
I know you're jealous here. You don't get to do the taste test.
Well, the fact that it's self-cleaning, I mean, this is throwing me over the edge right here. George Jetson, take me away.
That's so true. Okay, last booth we have here is Volante.
Oh, yay, Volante! Hi.
Yeah, we recognize Volante, and Volante is a point of sale system. And I want to ask, Abbie, do you have specific questions you'd like to ask Volante, or do you want me to take it away?
Take it away for right now, and I'll let you know.
Okay, I'm gonna hey Shannon.
I can't take
Hey. Hey. We're on with Abbie at Tech Tuesday. Hi, Abbie.
Hello.
So we're coming over here to check out Volante and seeing if we can get if we can get a little look at it. Now, there's a lot of talk about POS systems here at the conference. People wanting them, people having trouble with them, people loving them, all sorts of things. Tell me what makes Volante different.
Volante really thrives in the multi-unit operation space, so being able to get your data and analytics across multiple properties. So we're really designed for that enterprise senior living organization where you really need that data across all your properties. You need menu standardization, you need resident profile standardization. That's where we thrive. This is actually one of our little kiosk tablets. So you can actually put this on the table and have residents place orders on their own. It does also support a point of sale mode if you wanted servers to use it as a handheld too. So we've also got up on the screen, we had our analytics module going. It's turned off now, but lots of good data that you can collect from our POS.
Can you show me real quick just some basics of how it works?
For sure. So we always prompt for a resident card or an employee card. That's how you're going to get that resident profile brought in. You can also put in the name if they don't have one. Then you're brought into the menu. So the real interesting thing about kiosks is typically your average check size goes up by about 30%. because as an operator, you're building in all of these options, add-ons, and modifiers that you otherwise wouldn't be, right? So it's really guiding people in the direction of the order you want them to go. When it comes time to checkout, you just go down here to your checkout screen, go to payment, and then we actually have this charity roundup set up here right now, but you don't necessarily need that. If you have any charitable initiatives you did want to round up transactions to, and then you're just going to process your payment. So in my case, my card's not linked, but you get the idea. So
Yeah.
Full self-serve ordering. We are seeing a lot of communities using this for staff as well, because then employees don't have to wait in line with the residents during meal periods. So really good options for how to make the kiosk work in each community.
I was in a group earlier today, and somebody was saying, boy, it sure would be nice to have something that would alert us to resident allergies, preferences, things like that. Is that something Volante does?
You bet. That's pretty much the biggest in-demand feature right now. So whenever a resident, we actually pull it from most EHR, EMR systems, but whenever a resident is added into Volante, you're going to see their preferences, allergies, restrictions. If they want their food cut up into small bites, if they have a pet, you can see when their birthday is. So we really want to personalize the dining experience, and that gets done through the resident profiles.
Thank you. Abbie, you got any questions?
I do. Is there an opportunity to write a review of a meal or an entree?
Is there an opportunity to write a review or of a meal or an entree on here?
We're actually looking into an integration with that, so we don't have it today, but it's definitely something where, the prompt for feedback, we have it on our digital ordering, just not on the POS right now, but certainly something that's in demand, so we're looking at adding it in.
Good question, Abbie.
Yeah.
Good question.
Anything else? We good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much,
Thank
Shannon.
you so much.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Abbie.
Good to
Bye.
see you.
Yeah, you too.
All right, Abbie, I'm going to switch my camera around here so we can hang out. Messed up my phone. All right, so that's an overview of just some of the tech, and that was about halfway around the room
Yeah.
here at the Senior Dining Association conference.
Hmm. How fun. I love so much of it. And, just from, getting the feedback in the moment to also just experiencing the whole Rational USA. That's one thing that I really would love to know more about. I thought that was just so unique, so ingenious. Like, I'd have to see that in action and to really get my hands on that. I need one to really get my hands on it, to know and to see it. I wanted to ask a chef, like, "So what do you think? Really, truly, what do you think?" Like,
What was that?
I wanted to ask a chef, right? Like, what do you think?
Oh,
Really,
I've asked
truly.
them.
Yeah.
I've asked them. I'm so glad you asked that.
Mhm.
All right, so I had a conversation today, and I was like, yeah, same as you. Like, what do you think? I think that they are open to it. Some of them love it. I think that they want to make sure that, like he was talking about with the cleaning and the maintenance and stuff like that, they don't want it to break down and then they've got to spend $5,000 to repair it. But when it comes to actually making the food, I didn't hear any concerns or anything like that. I think actually in the restaurant industry, those types of machines are very common. And he said there's a term that all the dining people will know, but I can't remember it. He said that they were one of the first or the inventors of the something machine, cooker.
Combi or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Combi.
That's it. And so they're very common, and I don't think there's as much. I thought there might be pushback. In fact, I asked a chef who's really big into from scratch cooking, and I thought, oh, he's going to be the one. But no, he's open to it. He just doesn't want it to be a lot of maintenance.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a place and a time for it, especially in a place where there's a high turnover of meals, right, and a frequency of certain types of meals. So definitely a place for it, for sure.
Well, as well, what they don't want to say it can take the place of anybody working, but the truth is, you don't have to have so many people over the stove watching the food. So it can help with the staffing shortage is the way that I like to put it.
Yeah, he mentioned something else, and I don't know if you know anything about this. It was like a leaning saute or something. Did you pick that up? It was like we have these tilting sautés, and I was kind of like, what is that?
A leaning saute?
Yeah.
I'm sure yes. You know what a leaning saute is, Rebecca? She's a foodie. No, we're all stuffed.
Yeah.
It just does things we don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I was just listening to it all, and then the fact that it self-cleans, like, that threw it over the edge for me. I was like, that, that, yeah, totally. That's like totally threw it over the edge. So, well, gals, thank you. I mean, I don't want to keep you at all from enjoying anything. Definitely go get some ice cream. I saw that in the corner. That will
Oh
never,
yeah.
yeah, escape
Yeah.
my eye. And enjoy your day there. Take pictures of things. Let us know what you find and have a wonderful time.
Thank you so much, Abbie. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Good whirlwind.
Thank you. Thank you. And for those of you who joined us, thank you for your comments. Thank you for checking in. And for all of the innovators out there, well done. Hats off to you for just, thinking out of the box and for making senior dining a much more pleasant place to be. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye and we'll see you back here next week.